So we have made it to Railay Beach, and honestly, this is one of our favorite places on the planet. Getting here has always been kind of an adventure. We've recently discovered that there are two awesome ways of getting here. One is the kind of sketchy, get in a longtail boat, get soaking wet with water up to your waist, put your bags overhead, and make it the 10 minutes over here via the longtail boat. But the most recent one that we've been taking has actually been through the Railay Princess Resort, because we could book it for super duper cheap on Agoda, and for 50 baht, it includes a transfer that doesn't require you to get wet.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, we're gonna take that one.
And given the special circumstances, your girl ain't hopping onto any sketchy longtail boats, because the last time we did that, we destroyed a laptop and almost died. So
yeah, no, if you want to see all about that, just go ahead and click the link up above. We'll link it to how we spent almost $5,000 in a week. Yeah, not too great.
But anywho, this place is stunning. So once you get onto here, there's quite a bit to do, I would say.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that from the outside, because when you first land on Railay Beach, it just kind of looks like you're surrounded by like rocks.
Agreed. And this is actually Railay Beach West.
Correct.
Because this is the beach that you're going to want to hang out on. You can rent kayaks in, go swimming in, and you can actually do all of it right next to the longtail boats that are parked and coming in and out. So if you go to the Sand Sea Resort, you're actually going to see a walkway that leads all the way directly to Railay East, which is the other side of Railay. It's marked by 2 palm trees. They're not the most distinguishable items here because there's a lot of palm trees.
Right.
But when you get to the entrance, you'll see it. Or you can go through the actual restaurant center, which is right over there. And it cuts straight through all the businesses, like the restaurants and the shops and the dive centers and the rock climbing shops. And then you kind of have to zigzag your way. If it looks like you're going the wrong direction, you're going the right direction.
Right.
It's not necessarily all cleared out. You do have to pass like the backside of a resort. And if it's been raining, there's a little flooded area, so.
And if there's monkeys, don't be alarmed. They're like totally supposed to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be fair, the longtail boat, the sketchy one, drops you off on Railay West, which if you've ever typed Thailand into Google, chances are you've seen this. Which, how beautiful is it?
All right, so we are actually gonna go ahead and take the Railay Bay cut through and then make our way to the Railay East.
But first, Annette's gonna get in the water. Wow, this water is so clear. It's also kind of cold, which I wasn't expecting, but for as hot of a day as it is, I totally welcome it. Oh, Railay. Look at this, Daniel. It's crazy to see the difference of Railay West when it's high season versus when it's in low season. There are so many times that we have been into the same exact patch of water where you can't see anything below. But when it's high season, it is this crystal clear, it is stunningly beautiful, the water's nice and cool. And actually, pro tip, at nighttime, you can come and see bioluminescent plankton. Now, it's not like if you typed into Google bioluminescent plankton and saw a whole bunch of blue things, it's a little bit more subtle. It almost looks like glitter in the water. But when you go in and you shake the water, you can see all the little plankton, and it's really adorable. And it makes me excited, but you have to wait for high season.
All right, so now we're gonna get out of the water and go make our way to the other side of the island. But instead of actually going through the resort this time, I changed my mind. We're gonna go through the actual city side so we can see all of like the restaurants and the bars that are open.
Right. Also, something that's really nice about being here post-pandemic is that there still aren't a lot of people coming into Thailand, and so now's kind of the time, you know. Typically this beach is poppin',
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of boats, like there's barely swimmable space, and it's a little bit dirtier.
Yeah, just because everyone, like all the foot traffic just causes more trash and causes more X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now is the time. And also right behind me through those rocks is Thai Beach. So if you have like extra time to kill here, you can actually go through a tiny little hole in those rocks, do a 10-minute jungle hike, and end up on a beach that you have to yourself.
Yeah, it's beautiful and definitely worth it, but you have to make sure you plan it around high tide and low tide because we got stuck one time with all of our stuff in Tonzai and we got stuck on Railay.
Yeah.
Anyways, to the restaurants.
Okay. So I got a coconut. Sorry, I was supposed to show you the process, but that's a hot mess. So good. It was 70 baht, which you'll find it's a little bit more. Everything's a little bit more expensive on Railay Beach. But honestly, with good reason. Like, people have to hop on some boat, make it all the way over here. Yeah. Somebody has to lug it. This is heavy, and so I'm not too upset about it. Are you upset?
No, not at all.
Coconut?
Oh, it's great. I think something something that she did that was very important is ask for it cold, because a lot of times they'll just give it to you hot, but they also have cold ones if you ask. And man, on a hot Railay day, that is the way to do it. So now we are just literally watching our heads, making sure we don't hit any power lines.
Or get hit by monkeys.
Yeah, get hit by monkeys. But we're walking through the main area where they have a lot of like restaurants and they have some coffee shops. A lot is still open on Railay. Like, it obviously doesn't have as many people here, which is great, but there are just as many options for souvenirs, for eating, for places to stay, and all at really good prices.
And ladies, let me tell you, the dresses here on Railay Beach are oftentimes much cuter than the ones that you can get on Nang.
You've always walked away with a dress from here, haven't you?
I have. Now it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, just a lot.
You know. But it's still fun to shop around. They also have like handmade jewelry and like tons of shakes. And yo, there is a pancake lady here that makes the tastiest pancakes.
She should be out tonight.
Quite recently, Railay added a whole bunch of stuff. With the stuff that went out of business, some other businesses popped up. One of these is Gen Bar, and it's actually on both sides. Everything in it looks really new. They have like the bird nest seating and really nice chairs, and they have wood fire pizza and Thai food. And anywho, it's a place I haven't tried yet, but I have been meaning to try every time we come here because it just looks so pretty. I'm gonna enjoy my coconut.
If you have bags, make sure you watch these guys, because look. Hey!
Have it. It's okay, just let him have it. Let him have my coconut. I knew he was gonna come and do that. He came straight at me. My heart is beating so fast. Did you catch all that on video?
I think so.
Literally, I hear my heartbeat in my ears. Okay, so this big old monkey sees me walking with my coconut, and I knew the moment he saw me, I saw him, he was coming for it. And they're pretty aggressive here. Like, he would have just jumped on me and taken the coconut. So before that happened, like, the $2 isn't worth it. I threw it. Mostly because I crapped my pants, honestly. But I am trying to pick up the spoon and the plastic straw that they gave me, which obviously wasn't my preference, but they just put it in there. But now the monkeys are there, and so it's like one of those things where it's like, I love the planet, but I love my safety, and I have to worry about my child too. So I think we're just gonna let them do their thing and come back for the spoon later.
I wouldn't, just walk through.
Okay. Yeah, he's like guarding that straw.
Yeah. How funny that we were just talking about the monkeys and how you have to be careful. Yeah, no.
They're aggressive.
That big boy, and you have to get aggressive back. Like, you kind of have to posture and kind of freak them out a little, but when it comes to the coconut, it's just not worth it.
No. But it was so tasty, and I had like 3
sips. I know. There was so much of the coconut left.
I know. It's okay. We fed a hungry monkey, a thirsty monkey.
Yeah, thirsty monkey. There we go.
Monkey. So we've decided, pro tip, if you're gonna buy a coconut or you're gonna get food or any treats, make sure that you finish having them at the walking street. Don't take them to any other part of the area.
That's exactly
that you want to, unless you have a closed backpack in which you can hide things in.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to just like walk through this area and not interact with monkeys, because look at it, it's so narrow. Yeah. You literally have them on both sides, and it's just, yeah, it's not worth it.
And another thing too, it'd be different if it's one monkey that you could fight off, but they come in like packs of 10 to 20, honestly sometimes 30, no exaggeration.
Yeah, so. Thankfully we haven't encountered 30, but we've definitely seen plenty of stories around Thailand where that happens.
Oh my God.
It's like reported in the news.
Crazy.
We made it to Railay East. Obviously the apparent wardrobe change, we figured we were going right by our resort, and so we went ahead and just changed. But speaking of resorts, this is actually going to be the side that has a lot more of the affordable ones. Railay West has like the really badass like bougie resorts, but this side has the ones where you can find them for what, 25 bucks a night?
Oh my gosh, you could even find some for $10 a night. Given they're not resorts, there's like hostels like Blanco Hideaway and Railay Hilltop and the Rapala Resort, which are cheap.
Exactly, and you can find like private bungalows with AC for like 500 baht a night, which is roughly about 15-16 bucks. But
if you are looking for a bougier experience at a fraction of the cost, the Railay Bay and Railay Princess on this side, Railay Bay actually has a connection to both Railay West and Railay East, which is handy. But if you want a pro tip, if you stay at the Railay Princess, you get all of the amenities of the Railay Bay. for the price
Exactly.
of a Railay Princess.
They're sister resorts. But anyways, from Railay East, you're actually able to reach some really fun parts of the island, which we're gonna make our way to now.
So incoming Teacher Annette to show you with a visual representation of all the things that there are to do on Railay Beach. Chances are, if you're coming on the sketchy boat, you're going to be landing on Railay West. And earlier today, we were showing you that like walking street where all the restaurants and stuff are. That is literally this road down here. So you'll go and you'll see all the shops, super cute. As you can see, there's a few roads that will take you down. This is the Sandsea Resort, this is the Railay Bay Resort, and this is the walking street. So once you get onto Railay East, which is not swimmable, it's like the harbor, it's like where a lot of the tours go, you actually wanna make it to Phra Nang Beach, which is where we're going now. So you'll take the road, walk this way, go that way. You'll see like there's these giant caves, and actually in this area there's a lagoon and a viewpoint. We did it a few years ago. We're not gonna do it again because of the special circumstances, and it's kind of ratchet to do now, but it is for the more adventurous people. Also, for those of you guys who are still adventurous, over here you can see like little people climbing rocks. That's because there's tons of rock climbing tours on Railay Beach that you can do for like 30 bucks, and they take you on a full day climbing all of these giant limestone cliffs. So that's it. Turn it out. Wow. Holy cow. Oh yeah, I can get behind this. So we have made it to Phra Nang Beach, and guys, this to me is my favorite beach because there's like this beautiful cliff, and honestly, you can even on days like low tide, which is right now, you're able to go into the caves back there, and it almost feels like a cove or like a lagoon.
Yeah, and the water has been absolutely peaceful. There are 0 waves.
This is paradise. I've been here a million times, and I could move here. I could move here.
So pretty much the goal of this side of the beach is to just hang out, swim. If you're into rock climbing, oh, the water is pretty cold. Oh. If you're into rock climbing, the rock climbing walls are right behind us. I'm pretty sure you can actually see it. And there are usually a lot of people there. Right now, Railay is kind of empty, but I think we kind of came in the middle of the week. She's about to drag me under. I think we came in the middle of the week to where there's just really like the normal lull in tourism. I give it a couple days, then it's gonna be busy again.
But to be honest, like, why would you want that?
Oh, I'm just saying, just because things are still open. Things are like, there's a lot to do and it's still a lot of fun. And you can actually see everyone like on paddle boards, they're renting kayaks, going around the islands. If she wasn't pregnant, that'd actually be something that we were doing. Yeah, and people ballsier than us will kayak to the islands that are right behind me, actually. Yeah. Which is too far, in my opinion. They take like a picnic and all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, I just kind of want to paddleboard in a circle. Yeah. And then plop my butt in the sand. Like, that's like my style of vacation. That is exactly it. Speaking of plopping on the sand, I think that's what we're gonna go do now before catching sunset. Oh my God, sunset. Yep. The beach is wonderful, but the sunset might just even be better. We came to the Railay Bay Resort mostly because it gives us a nice place that's dry and chill to sit where we can enjoy some food. It is a little bit pricier, but at the end of the day, like, what's a $7 meal that you'd pay back home to get this view of the sunset? So anywho, thank you guys so much for joining us on this wonderful Railay Beach day. I hope that you guys enjoy your trip here and hope that you guys can make it out soon while it is this like nice and empty and clean. And on that note, make sure that you give this video a like, click the subscribe button so you can see the rest of our adventures around the world. And we will see you on our next adventure. Bye.